All right. Do you have a, before we get started, do you have a notebook? Do you have pencil?
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to work out problems. You also need a calculator.
I have a calculator. Okay.
Okay. Do you have a notebook? Do you have a pencil?
I'm gonna go get it.
All right. Sounds good.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Are you ready to get started here?
Yeah.
All right. You seem a lot out of breath. Is everything okay? All right. So are you seeing my screen, Sourish?
Yeah, I'm seeing your screen.
Okay. So if the circumference, actually, let's do it this way. If the radius equals 5, what is the diameter?
The radius equals 5. What is the diameter?
Yes,
For that right there, you have to multiply 3.14 times 5.
that is not correct. Okay. How are the radius and the diameter related in a circle? So here's a circle. Here's the center. This is a radius. This is a radius. And the two radius together
You have to
make a,
multiply 3.14 5 times 5.
okay. The radius is 5. The radius is 5. The diameter is 2 radii. The diameter is 2 radiuses.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to take this radius and either add it to itself or double it. Either one is good.
Okay. Yeah.
What is the diameter, Sarish?
The diameter right there is like whatever is that for example, for the radius right there, you should be able to for the radius right there, what you should do is that for the radius you have to be able to the this is hard, right?
No, it's not. Yeah, I've given you the picture. I'm showing you that this is a radius. This is a radius. The diameter is 2 radiuses together. The diameter is 2 radiuses.
Okay.
So this number here, you multiply by 2.
That equals 10.
Yes. So the diameter is
10.
okay. Now units. Let's say the radius is 5 centimeters. What is the diameter?
Okay.
What are the units of the diameter?
The units of the diameter. The units for the diameter is 10 units.
What are the units of the radius?
Centimeters.
So what are the units of diameter?
10 centimeters.
Centimeters. Very good. Okay, so what is the relationship, Sarish, between the radius and the diameter?
The radius is where you multiply by 2, and then the diameter is where it equals by 2.
That's right. You multiply the radius by 2 to get the diameter.
Yes.
Okay, let's look at another problem here. If the radius is 10 inches, what is the diameter?
The radius is 10 inches. What is the diameter?
Yes.
What is it? That is going to be 20.
20 what?
20 inches.
Yes, the diameter is 20 inches. Okay.
Yeah.
So what is the relationship between the radius and the diameter? What's the math operation?
Math operation.
Yes. How do you go from 10 to 20?
You should divide by 20, by 10, and then you get equal 2.
So you multiply 10 by 2.
Yeah. And you
Good.
get your,
Good.
yeah.
Okay. All right. You ready for a harder problem?
Okay.
If the diameter is 14 millimeters, what is the radius?
What is the radius?
Yes. The diameter is 14 millimeters. What is the radius?
Yeah, I got it. The radius. If the diameter is 14 millimeters, what is the radius? You have to divide it by 2, and then they go 7
7 what? What are the units?
millimeters.
7 millimeters. Good. Okay, I think that's clear. All right.
Okay.
Are you tired? Do you need a break already?
No, no time. No break.
Okay. If the diameter is 80 pi centimeters, what is the radius?
If the diameter is 80 centimeters, what is the radius? Okay,
80
that's going to be
pi
4.
centimeters. 80 pi centimeters.
That's
Is
going to be 40
40
pi.
pi, and then what are the units?
40 pi centimeters.
Good. Okay, one more. If the radius is 8 pi yards, what is the diameter?
Okay. If the radius is 8 yards, what is the diameter?
8 pi. Do you see the pi symbol there?
Yeah.
That's important. That pi is important.
And what is the diameter? That's going to be 4 pi yards.
Okay. What is the relationship between the radius and the diameter? How
The
do you go?
radius is where you divide. The radius is where you divide by 2. And
Okay.
then you get your
Am I giving you the radius or the diameter in this problem?
radius.
Okay. So if I was giving you the diameter, you would divide by 2.
Okay, it is going to be um uh 16 pi
16 what?
yards.
Pi yards. Good. Very good. Okay. All right. So now let's work on some harder problems. Okay. Are you ready for some harder problems? More difficult problems?
Yeah.
All right. I think you can do them. They're not that bad. Okay. Let's say that the radius is 5 centimeters. Okay.
Uh-huh.
We want to figure out the circumference. Do you remember this formula for circumference?
R equals 5 centimeters. C right there.
I'm asking for the formula for circumference, Sourish.
Formula for circumference.
Yes.
That formula for circumference. I think I have that in my notebook in here.
Okay. Look it up and tell me what you come up with.
Yeah. C equals pi times D.
That is one formula. Do you have any others for that?
Others for that? There's area and diameter.
No, I'm asking if there's another formula for circumference.
C equals pi times
Okay, so I'll give it to you. 2 times pi times radius.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right, now, are you given the radius or are you given the diameter?
Radius.
Okay, so what is the diameter?
What's the diameter?
Yes, give me the diameter.
The diameter right there. Now for 5 right there, that's going to give you 10.
10 what?
10 centimeters.
Good. Now the circumference is pi times diameter. What is the diameter?
10. 10 times 3.14, right?
So it's 10 pi, but the units, there's units of circumference are centimeters. And this is called the exact answer. Okay.
Okay.
The exact answer has pi in it. Now, do you have a calculator?
Yeah, I have it.
Okay, so I want you to take 10 and multiply it by 3.14.
And multiply by 3.14. Yes.
What is the result?
$31.4.
What are the units that go with it?
31.4 centimeters.
Good. And this is called the approximate answer.
Approximate answer.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you have this written down?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you one like it. The
Yeah.
radius is 10.5 inches. I want you to calculate the circumference, and I want both the exact and then the approximate answer.
Okay. All right.
So try working that out. Let me know if you have any questions.
Okay. R is 21 and C, I'm getting to that, okay?
The radius is 10.5. I think you meant something else. What is 21?
21 is the radius. It's the
No.
diameter.
21 what? What are the units?
21 inches.
Good. Now for the circumference, I want both the
It's
exact.
65.94 inches.
I want the exact first, then the approximate. And if you're not sure what I mean by that, please ask.
Okay. For that right there, you should
Sourish, do you have a question?
yeah. C right there. That's C equal. Okay, that right there is gonna be like 21 pi
Yes.
inches.
21 pi inches. Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then to get the approximate, you take 21 and multiply by 3.14.
Yeah, I already told you the answer. It's
Get
85.94
65.94. And what are the units?
inches.
Inches. Okay. Now the units are very important. Now you're about to move into a new home at some point. Okay. And
Mhm.
let's just say you found out that your room is 12 by 13.
Okay.
Okay. But what you don't know is, do they mean 12 inches by 13 inches? That's a pretty small room. Or do they mean 12 yards by 13 yards? Okay. The units matter, right? You just went to
Yeah.
Phoenix. You just went
Uh-huh.
to Phoenix and you want to know how far it is. Your parents tell you it's 100 miles. So the
Uh,
units really matter. If you give a person a number without the units, it's incomplete. Okay.
yeah.
All right. So let's look at another problem here. Let's say that the diameter is 8 miles.
8 miles.
I want the radius and then I want the circumference, and I want both the exact and the approximate.
Okay. All right. I got this. Okay. Now that right there, that's gonna be 4 miles. C is 4 pi miles, and 4 times 3.14.
Nope, you got a small mistake. What's the formula for circumference?
The formula for the formula for circumference. That's C pi equals pi times 2.
Pi times diameter. Let's go back and look.
Yeah.
You told me this. Pi
Uh-huh.
times diameter. This is your formula you told me. Okay. What
Uh-huh.
is the diameter in your problem?
The diameter is 8 miles. You have to divide.
No, it's pi times diameter. What is the diameter?
Oh, four, 4.
What is the diameter, Sourish?
Oh, 8 pi d.
No, the diameter is, you replace the diameter with 8.
Okay. I think I know what it is.
Okay. What is the exact answer?
Exact answer. Yes, the exact answer is 4 pi in
No,
miles.
no. What is the value of D?
8 times 2.
No. What is the value of D?
The value due is 8.
Yes. So what number goes in for D?
8.
Okay. So it's pi times 8.
Yeah.
That's it.
Uh-huh.
So the answer is 8 pi. What are the units?
Where units? Miles.
Good. Now give me the approximate.
Okay. $25.12.
Yes. What are the units?
The units. No, units is miles.
Very good. So notice in this problem, I gave you the diameter. You use the diameter in circumference.
Yes.
Okay, so let's try another problem here. Did you get all that down, or do you need a moment to write it down?
Uh. Okay, there we go. We can go forward.
All right. So let's say the radius is 10. No, we've already used that number. Let's change this up here. Let's say it's 1.5 millimeters.
1.5 millimeters.
What is the diameter? What is the circumference? We want the exact and the approximate.
Okay. 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 R equals 1.1. That right there, that's gonna be multiply by 2. $3.0
Is that your final answer?
for D.
Is that your final answer for D?
That's my final answer. D. Yes,
Okay, you're not correct. There's something wrong with your answer.
but I multiply R to the D. You have to multiply by R by 2.
That's true. That's true, but your answer is not complete.
Okay, 3.0 millimeters. That's what it is.
It is 3.0 millimeters. Now it's complete. The
Okay.
unit really matters, really does matter.
Why does the
okay?
unit very matter? Why do you want me to say it?
Well, let's think about some things in real life where we use units. Okay.
If you don't put the units in there, then they will mark it wrong.
Well, let's say I asked you, or you were talking to a friend and he said, well, how far is it to your house? And you just said, oh, it's 10. And he doesn't know whether you mean 10 minutes, 10 miles. He has no idea. So the units really matter.
Okay.
The units go with the answer.
Units go
Oh,
with the answer.
yes. So how about the circumference? Which are you using for the circumference?
Which are using for circumference. Ah, yeah. That's 3.0 pi millimeters.
3.0 pi millimeters. Very good. And now give me the approximation.
Okay. $9.42 millimeters.
Great. All right. So let me come up with another problem here. All right. The diameter is 18 feet. I want the radius and then the circumference, both exact and approximate. And we'll move on to something else after this.
Okay. Okay. All right. 18 feet for that right there. For that right there, that's 18 divided by 2 is, oh my god, this is oh
Are you, are
9.
you, are you okay, Sourish?
Yeah, 9 feet for
All right.
R.
Okay. Okay, good. You got
9
the
feet for
units in
R,
there.
and C equals 18 pi feet.
Great. Yeah, that's awesome.
And then multiply by 3.14. $56.52.
Is that your final answer?
Yep.
It's incomplete. What is missing?
Oh yeah, millimeters.
Nope. Try again.
It's oh, wait a minute, I got it. Feet.
Yes, it's feet. Very good. Okay, so let's look at some other problems here. All right, so let's say it's a new circle. Here's the circle. And I tell you that the circumference is 80 pi inches. Okay, 80 pi inches. Two questions. I want to know, what is the diameter? And
Okay.
then in question B, what is the radius?
What is the radius?
Yes, but you should first find the diameter. That's the one that's the most direct to find.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now for that right there, what is the diameter? Okay.
Yes, what is the diameter?
80 inches.
The diameter is 80 inches. Good. And
Mm-hmm.
what is the radius?
40 inches.
Very good. All right, I do think you're understanding this. That's great. Let's see here. Let me find another problem here. Okay, I'm going to snip this problem in. I want you to try this on your own, please.
Okay.
Go ahead and give that a try.
Yep. Okay. The circle has circumference of 4. The diameter is 46 millimeters. Meters.
Yes, the diameter is 46 meters. What is the radius?
Radius. All right. What do you know is that? That is going to be 23.
23 meters. Good. Okay. Now, are you driving yet, or is that coming up?
No, I'm going to soon drive, I hope.
Nice, nice. It'd be fun when you're able to get there around the wheel. All right. Let's look at another question here. Here's another one for you to try. You're doing great, Sourish. You really you got this down. I mean, you really know this stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so here's a new question for you to look at. Let me know if you have any questions.
Okay. Right. What is the circumference of my with a 27-inch? 27 inches. Hello?
What is this problem asking for, Sourish?
What is the circumference of the bicycle wheel with a 27-inch diameter? 27.
Nope. Try again. What number are they giving you? What does the 27 represent in this problem?
Diameter.
Okay. And what are they asking for?
They're asking for what's the circumference?
Okay. So can you calculate that for us, please?
Yeah. Okay. D equals 27. For that right there, the circumference is that you need to multiply 27 times 2, right?
Well, you're given the diameter. What is the formula for circumference? You told me early in the lesson. What's the diameter form? What's the circumference
Equals 2
formula?
times 2 times D.
That's no. Let's go back and look. Okay. So I'm not sure why you don't understand. You've got this wrong because you did know this beginning of the lesson. What is in
Yeah,
the
I
box
have
here?
it.
What does it show here?
Pi times pi D times D.
Pi times diameter. Are you given the diameter?
Yes, pi times D. So what you need to do is that pi times D is that you need to multiply 3.14 times 27
Okay, so the exact answer is 27 pi. And what are the units with that?
inches.
Good. And what's the approximate answer?
Approximate answer. I'm doing my calculator.
Okay.
$84.78.
What are the units?
84.78 inches.
Yes. All right. You're doing really good. Let's I don't know. I mean, I don't know how many problems we've done today, but quite a few. And that's fantastic. I know when we do more problems that there's more understanding. So let's try one more here, Sarish.
Mhm.
My screen just needs a little time to load. There it is. And here we go. All right, so new question for you. If the diameter equals 5.5 meters, find C or determine the value of C.
Okay. If D is equal 5.5 meter. Okay. 5.5 pi meters.
The units are meters. This M means meters.
Yeah. 5.5 pi meters.
Yes. The circumference is 5.5 pi meters. That's the exact. Can you give me the
Yep, and that
approximate?
and 17.27 meters.
You've got it. Really good. Okay, let's take a look at the time we have remaining here. I posted a question to social media today. Something I'm sure you can do. Let's take a look at it together here. I'm going to snip it into the screen. All right. Okay, can you read this question out loud for us, please?
Read this question. Right. All right. Each week, a bakery is responsible for making 20 kilograms of baked goods. If D represents the number of hours spent baking donuts and B represents the number of hours spent baking bagels, how many hours are needed to make donuts if 10 hours are needed to make bagels?
Okay, so the equation up here has both a B and a D in it. What you have to decide, Sourish, is what is the value of either B or D? Are they giving you the value of B in the problem or D in the problem? So I want you to look at it again or read it one more time, but they're giving you one value or the other, either B or D.
Here, B or D?
Yeah, which value are they giving you? And I don't want you to guess. I want you to read the problem and
Okay.
tell me which.
D, okay. D is like, D is D represents the number of hours and B represents the number of hours for spent baking bagels and for D spent baking donuts. So
Yes.
what I would say is that I think I would just say that it's gonna be like 10 hours, yeah.
Is that B or D, Sourish?
B.
That's right. B is 10. Okay, so
Mm.
we're gonna put 10 in for B. Okay. Do you have a calculator?
Mm.
Do you have a calculator still?
Yeah.
0.4 times 10 is
0.410 is.
times 10. 0.4 times 10.
I'm still doing this. 0.410, no, plus 5D. 0.410. That's 4 times 10 is a 40. Plus 5 is 45 equals 20. Then divide them.
What is 0.4 times 10, Sourish?
That's 0.40.
No. Try again.
40.
Nope. Try again, Sourish. Do you have a calculator, right? 0.4
Yeah,
times
I'm
10.
checking. I checked it up. It's 40.
It's not, it's 4.
Uh,
Plus 0.5D equals 20. Okay. So now we're going to subtract 4 from both sides. What is 20 minus 4?
20 minus 4.
Yes.
20 minus 4. 20 minus 4. That is going to be 16.
Good. And then you divide both sides by 0.5. What is 16 divided by 0.5?
16 divided by 0.5. Okay, 16 divided by 0.5. Oh my god.
You have a calculator, don't you?
Yeah, it's 12.
No, no. You're not using your calculator.
I was using it, but every time it gets it, like, this is like, there's no answer. But I just solved that. I just found out it's 6.
All right, it's 32.
How
Okay,
is it possible? It's 0.5 times 12. Like, how is it possible?
it's 16 divided by 0.5. 16 divided by 0.5 is the same
0.5
as
times what?
16 divided by 1/2, which is the same as 16 times 2 divided by 1. All right, so we're going to stop right here. Is your dad available for some feedback, or is he around?